Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I just wanted to show you some of the resources that we're going to be using for our anatomy and physiology course this year. A lot of this stuff, if not all of this stuff, can be used for life science, it can be used for anatomy and physiology, and it can also be used for biology. My son, as you know, is in the 6th grade this year for the 2019-2020 school year. So the goal is to do anatomy and physiology in the 6th grade. In the 7th grade, we're going to do like an introduction to physics and chemistry along with the life science. And in the 8th grade, the goal is to take biology. That biology course in the 8th grade is probably going to take us more than a year to complete. So here what you see in front of you is the human anatomy, and I got this off of Amazon. A lot of the stuff that I will show you today will be linked in the description box, so you can go ahead and take a peek and see if it's something you're interested in. I have not unwrapped these as of yet. But this head here, it splits open, as you can see, and you can see the anatomy of the brain, okay? In this portion here, all of the major organs, or all the organs, are actually removable, and they're actually labeled, okay? So they're removable and they're labeled, and that will help him identify all the major organs. And I'll probably create games with this and things of that nature. And of course, as I'm using a lot of this stuff, I will of course create videos so you can see, you know, what it looks like when you're actually implementing them within homeschool. So let me go ahead and show you. This is the major organ. So what we'll do is we will, of course, take these out. He will have to identify them and more than likely provide me details. He will probably have to draw these out. You know, we can play games with these. I can create games using note cards. For example, I can put the name of the organ, and then he has to identify each of the organs by taking it and placing it on the appropriate card. I could create descriptions of the organs, and then he would have to place the organ on that specific card based on the description. We can do lots of things with these things here, but these are the major organs. I also got a stethoscope. I also got some microscope slides. I'll show you the microscope in a sec. Here are some microscope slides, and here are some prepared microscope slides. In addition to what we're doing with the human anatomy and physiology, look up now. I'll put a card that shows you the review. Well, not the review, but it will show you the curriculum choices that we have for the 2019-2020 school year for his 6th grade year. And that'll show you the curriculum that we're using, right? And you'll notice that for that type of curriculum, and it has physical science, it has earth science, life science, and human body. So for this year, we're going to do human body. Next year, we'll do life science, and the physical and earth science, he'll just do that, you know, when he wants to watch something, if he's bored. You know, he likes watching Magic School Bus, and I actually use Magic School Bus when teaching certain science topics. Guys, Magic School Bus is not just for kids that are in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd grade. I've actually found that even middle school and high schoolers in the public school system sometimes weave in those Magic School Bus episodes to teach certain concepts because it is so clear in how they describe the information, and it makes it completely relatable and understandable. So I figured something like this would also tie into that. So again, rock and learn. Super excited about this. I showed you this in our curriculum haul for this year, but it's the boys' body book. So that's something that we're going to use this year, and more than likely throughout middle school as we talk about those very sensitive subjects. For the Apologia, I did get the Human Science Tools kit. So again, if you look back at the video that shows you the curriculum for my son's 6th grade year, this is the science kit that comes with that Apologia curriculum. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way so I can show you what comes in the box. So first things first, they give you some instructions on how to prepare chemical solutions. Okay. And then they also provide you a listing of what's in the kit and what chapter it corresponds with. Okay. You have a bacteria assignment, and we will probably, utilize these little cups they give you here for whatever you're doing, and then put it under our microscope or on one of our slides to kind of see what it looks like under a microscope. Again, it just gives you all the products that will be needed. You can find these science kits, cups, balloons, gloves. A lot of this stuff you can probably find yourself, However, it just makes it so simple to have a kit that comes with everything for you, and it wasn't too expensive. And if you know me, I wait until sales. So when these things are like 30% off, that's when I go ahead and buy them. So for our 5th grade year, I purchased the Baron Builders kit. And when I saw that there was a 30% sale, I knew I was using Apologia this year. So I went ahead and purchased Apologia. Okay, so that's what comes in this kit here. Let me show you the rest. We will also be using these double-sided magnetic human body parts, where we can put these on our whiteboard and we can, identify body parts. I can time him and putting the whole body parts together. Let me show you in the back here. Here are all the pieces that it comes with. And then what we can also do, we can, put them in order to create the entire body on the whiteboard, and we can have him identify the different parts, provide labels with some facts about each part. I can use this as a quiz. I can even use this as a test, instead of giving him, a paper-bound test, right? I can put this on the board and give him 15 minutes where he has to identify each part or whatever part I'm asking him to, and give me 3 to 5 facts, writing that down on the board, take a picture of it, submit it to. We have a 100-piece puzzle, floor puzzle. This is something else that we can do. We can do this together. He can do this on his own. This is actually 4 feet tall. This is a 4-foot tall floor puzzle. So I think he would actually enjoy this. They also have it labeled for you. So again, same thing. He can identify it. It's the skeletal system, and one is the internal organ. Okay. So again, we can use this as our test, use this as a quiz throughout the year. And at the end of the year, as we're learning about bits and pieces for these human body systems, we'll learn one by one. We'll put them together as we go in an area of the home just to keep it out so we don't have to redo it. And then at the end of the year, I can pull it apart and boom, maybe his final would be putting this puzzle together and document, or he would have to document what he's doing as he's putting the pieces together. He can explain the organs how they work together, the systems, how they work together. Just be creative. You don't have to, again, have a quiz or a test that is something written. You can do something like this or something like this and just have them document it by recording whatever they're doing and talking through, what they have learned as they're putting this together. So again, just something to think about. Let me show you some more stuff. Here's our microscope. And as we are using this, I will, of course, make videos so you can see what it looks like, but I will put it in the description box below. I chose this microscope. Again, this will be used not only for 6th grade year, but throughout middle school and high school. Here are all the different magnifying lenses. I said glass, but that's wrong. Lenses, all your options there. Here's the brand. Like I just mentioned, Magic School Bus. I got the complete series. Netflix also has Magic School Bus, but they have the newer version of Magic School Bus, and they have a few episodes of the old version. They don't?
They do. They have like 4 seasons of it.
4 seasons of the old episodes?
Yeah, the old one.
But they have everything for the new episodes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my son enjoys it. So we went ahead and purchased the box set so that we can watch any episode we want when we're on the go. And my daughter also enjoys it as well. Now, if you know me, you know I love me some resources. Between the library and our home library, so community library and home library, I love resources. So here are some resources that we're going to be using for anatomy and physiology. Again, they can be used for life science. They can be used for biology. It just depends. So this here, check the description box, and that's where you will see, a description or a link of where you can find all these. Got all these from Amazon. All these resources, all the books I did get from Amazon. So I'll just do a quick flip through of them for you. So detailed. Beautifully illustrated. You okay, boo-boo? You were sleepy? You're sleepy? Okay, go lay down on the bed. Go lay on the bed.
She probably woke up and saw you there.
Yeah.
She probably opened her eyes and saw you.
And I'm not sure if I told you guys about this. Human Body Detectives. Human Body Detectives is another human anatomy and nutrition curriculum for elementary, like 1st, maybe 2nd through the 4th, 5th grade. Me and my son did this when we were after schooling from 3rd and 4th grade during the summer, where we went through some of the human body systems. So we'll just continue using that curriculum since we have it. It also comes with audio files. Just look up Human Body Detectives and you'll see what that's all about. I'll put a link in the description box as well. And here are some additional resources that we found. I might not use all of these resources. However, I like to have them available. Some of these resources like this one, I got this for like $1 at, what's that bookstore we always go to? Half off?
Half price book.
Half price books. So, you know, just fun, cool activities. If I need them, you know, boom, they're available to us. Okay. For the human anatomy coloring book. So as I am doing human anatomy with my son, and we are using this type of book here, you know, if you want to do something that's not so formal, you want to learn, but you want to be a little fun and creative, or you want to bring in the arts, then guess what? We can use this type of curriculum and color based on how they're telling you to color it. So you're still learning. You are still learning about the body parts and the organs and how they work, but you are doing it in a more interactive, fun, creative way. Okay, not just reading, but actually doing some art with it. So this is one of those ways that we're including art within our science. It's another find here, another way of learning. What's wrong, baby? Are you sleepy? Want me to hold you? Okay. Then let me finish our video and then I'm going to hold you, okay? This gives you some projects to do. Here is the Human Body Detectives cover that I was talking to you about. So it comes with a CD or MP3. You listen to it and you go through, here's the CD, or yeah, the CD here, listen to it. And then you just go through the various activities. Again, it's for lower grades. I would say first, maybe second through fourth. Fifth graders can use it too. We were using it, so I have it available. So we may listen to the stories, you know, while we're in the car or something. But this is something that I would probably use for my daughter once she gets a little older. So here's another one here. Here's another one here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. These here I got for free online at the Howard Hughes Medical Institute. You can go online and they give you free access to, I think, labs. And they also give you free resources that you can use as long as you are a teacher of some sort. So here's some stuff, for example, that are included within this one. We would probably talk about bacteria, cardiology. You know, this right here is definitely for your biology. This here is also for your biology, DNA, and human anatomy. They have a lot more other resources available for free that they can mail you. However, I chose not to take it because they were more of the evolution. It was more centered towards evolution. But if that doesn't bother you guys, hey, go ahead and get it. It's free, right? We will teach evolution within our homeschool. However, I want my children to have a firm foundation on our beliefs, which is creation. And then we'll go ahead and weave in evolution just to ensure that they understand both aspects of it, understand why we believe what we believe, so that if they're ever in conversation or debate with someone, then they're able to defend their faith and beliefs. Here is another resource here. This is an identification book, so it identifies everything in the human body. So this is for those people, for those kids who are medical majors or want to be some type of doctor, physician, surgeon, or you're going to any field in the medical field, then this book here is what you want. It identifies every aspect of the human body, all the systems. This is a great learning resource. Okay. Right now, my son is not interested in the medical field, but we are going to dive into, biology and human body and anatomy. I just believe that's something you want to know. You want to know how all the major systems link together. How does one impact the other? How does what we eat and drink impact the body systems? Disease and infection and bacteria. That's something that, I'm also interested in learning as well. So some of these pictures are graphic. Sorry about that, but you get the point. This book here is really, really, really great. It's called It Couldn't Just Happen. So if you believe in creation, then this is something that I think you want to incorporate within your homeschool, your after school, whatever you're doing. This is something you want to incorporate because this explains creation and life and the existence of everything. Okay. And it gives you facts. It gives you scripture. It backs it up so that, again, it just helps you and your children defend your faith and your belief system using scripture and using evidence that scientists currently have and what information that's out there for you to easily find. Okay. So let me show you the table of contents for this one because I'm super excited about this one here. And again, I want you to know when we utilize resources within our homeschool, we're not utilizing this every day. We're not utilizing this with every chapter, that we are reading within our main curriculum. This is stuff we'll just pick up and read and dissect and talk about on a family day at the dinner table. If we don't feel like doing school one day, we take some of these resources and we just read and talk and explore and find other things on Netflix or at the library to expand our knowledge. That's the purpose of resources for us, at least. We use it to link whatever subject or topic we're talking about, but it's also utilized for us to spark conversation around the dinner table. When we have family fun night on Fridays, if we don't want to play a game, we will use this type of stuff, or we'll incorporate games with these types of resources of any subject, especially the sciences and the social studies and the electives. This is an Usborne book, internet linked. I love Usborne books. If you're interested in Usborne books, let me know because I actually sell the Usborne books. So let me know. Oh yeah, it's called the torso model. So the human body that I was showing you earlier with the removable pieces, this is the parts that comes with it, and every single piece in that item is actually numbered. So this, goes along with it. Okay, another human anatomy book. Is it my baby crying? Can you go give him the bottle?
I don't want to.
Yeah, thank you. I'm almost done. We have two or three more things. Here's another human anatomy book. This is the book we'll actually take with us. So if we are, going on a road trip or car schooling or something, this is the book we'll take with us along with this book here if we need some additional resources. This is, some of these books are graphic. It's human anatomy. That's what you would expect. So this gives you a great summary. This is, the cell structure. This is what we're learning now. Well, when you see this video, we'll probably have passed this already. But, I think this is a great little handy dandy pocket-sized book. And then I love me some Basher books. Thank you. You're breathing hard. You run up the stairs?
I had no choice. Yeah, she's
Sanaya, is she sleeping on the floor?
She was, but she was.
That's okay. That's okay. Okay. So, let me see. Is that it? I think I did a video earlier on this. Again, I don't think this ties to biology or human anatomy. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't think any of these projects tied to it. But again, this here, I'll link a video in the description box now. Look up somewhere on the right or left hand side where I will show you how I utilize this book here, where it ties math and science together. Again, if we want to take a break and we want to do science, but we don't want to do something in biology or human anatomy, this will give us a nice little break to include any other projects that we decide to do based on my son's interest. So guys, that's it. That's all the resources we're using this year for human body and anatomy. That's all the resources we're using for anatomy and physiology. Again, all of this stuff will be used for or throughout middle school and high school. I have a lot more stuff as well, but these are the main go-to resources that we're going to be using for those subjects that I talked about. Something else I want to show you, I forgot to show you. This is something we're also using for health. With our science, health is included. So for my toddler, this is something that I'll be utilizing with her for health. And this is something, she's 3 years old right now, so I'm not going to sit here and read this to her or have her do anything, but I will be using this as a supplement for myself to kind of pull from to explain and talk to her about some things that I don't want to forget. So this is a Becca, and this is their Health, Safety, and Manners 1. And once she is like in kindergarten or the first grade, then we will probably do the different activities that are here. But again, I'm just using this just to pull ideas from, just so that I don't forget. Because sometimes we'll forget some things to do and we're like, oh, I forgot to teach you how to do this, or I didn't even think about doing that. Even in our daily, everyday activities, in our, daily living, we'll forget to do certain things. So this is just going to help me have little reminders. For health, also for my son, let me go ahead and show you what else we're doing throughout middle school. We're probably going to do that more than once. I'm going to start at the end of 6th grade and probably complete what I'm about to show you in 7th or 8th. So this is also from Becca. It's health from a Christian perspective. I forgot to show you this in my actual video of the curriculum choices for my son's 6th grade year. And the only reason why I didn't show it to you is because, again, we're going to use it towards the end of the 6th grade. And we're actually going to dive into it in the 7th grade, because it's more, talking about relationships and, sensitive topics. And we are just touching on those sensitive topics this year. And I feel more comfortable with him using this curriculum and us talking and diving a lot deeper into topics and subjects when he's a bit more mature, 12 years old, 11 years old. He's 11 now, just turned 11, 12, 13. I think he'll be a little bit more mature. With those types of subjects, it just depends on the maturity of your child. We talk about certain things. We want to make sure our kids understand certain things and that they're not getting information from the internet, friends, or social media or whatever. But it also depends on the child's maturity. So let me let you see the table of contents for this one, because I did not show it previously. So the first few chapters are great, first aid, personal safety, keeping a sound mind, preventing disease, avoiding drugs, pursuing the right relationships. A lot of this stuff we can talk about. Medical careers, biblical discernment, human anatomy. A lot of this stuff we can dive into in the 6th grade year, but I just don't want to dive into it through a curriculum. Our 6th grade year, I'm going to dive into it through conversation, what the Bible says, using this book here because it's a little bit more friendly in the pictures and in the word choice and stuff of that nature. But this book here dives a lot deeper. So we'll use a curriculum to go through some of those things that we don't want to forget to teach our children about as he gets a little bit more mature in about, a year or so. But we'll assess it at that time. So this is the student book, and this is the teacher book here. Okay. Teacher book gives you answers. It gives you projects, assignments, and things of that nature. So again, 6th grade, these topics are through conversation. 7th grade, the topic will be through conversation and through text, and he will have tests and quizzes and things of that nature, because this curriculum here, along with the health and nutrition curriculum that I showed you in my curriculum haul video for his 6th grade year this year, these two together is what's going to give him half a credit for high school for health and nutrition. So he'll earn this credit here at the end of 7th grade. After completing this, we'll start this in 6th, finish in 7th. We'll start this at the end of 6th grade year, finish in 7th. He'll have half a credit. A lot of information to cover. You don't have to cover all of this to get a health credit, but for how we want our children to understand health and to understand nutrition, we want them to do this whole thing, and they may end up getting a whole credit. They don't have to get half a credit. The school will only, public school only gives the child half a credit. So I may give him a credit because this is a lot of information. He's going to learn way more in our homeschool in terms of health and nutrition and relationships and, first aid and all that other good stuff. A lot more here than he would learn in public school. But that's so we also will be using file folders for lap books that will more than likely create for the various body systems here. I will link in the description box below how we do our lap books. Okay. We also have transparency paper for our drawing. So not drawing, but our tracing. So if I want him to trace a specific human body from one of the books that I just showed you, he can use the transparency paper to do that. We also have thick drawing paper so that he can actually draw from scratch if he so chooses. We also have we also have polymer clay if he wants to create something as well. And of course, we have all the other artsy supplies for art projects and things of that nature. We will also be doing a lot of STEM projects, and these STEM projects are for science, technology, engineering, and math. Okay, that's what STEM stands for. And you also have, for those that did not know, you also have STEAM, which is science, technology, engineering, art, and math. So we will definitely be doing these types of projects throughout the year just to give us a break from whatever our core curriculum is talking about. And in some cases, some of these projects will relate to what we're doing within our core curriculum. First aid and all that other good stuff. A lot more here than he would learn in public school. But that's it. The video was pretty long. I apologize about that. These are our resources for middle school, and a lot of them will be used for high school. If you have any questions for me, guys, please leave them in the comment box below. And as always, you be blessed and make it a great day. Bye.